If you are thinking about filing Chapter 7, a critical question to analyze in detail is how much of your property is exempt. Exempt property means property that you do not have to hand over to the trustee in a Chapter 7. Obviously, if you have very little exempt property, then filing Chapter 7 makes more sense for you, whereas if most of your property is not exempt, you have a real problem. Now, exemption law is a complex subject because it is covered by both federal law and by state law. Federal laws are set forth in Bankruptcy Code Section 522. The state laws are relatively hard to find. There's quite a few of them. In California, most of the exemptions are set forward in Code of Civil Procedure Section 704 and its huge number of subsections. Not all of them are set forth there, but most of them are. I can't possibly give you all of even the California exemptions here. I can, however, let me just give you some examples. Good example is homesteads. This is the amount of your real property which is exempt, that is not subject to liquidation in a Chapter 7. In some states, the entire amount of your property, no matter what it is worth, is covered by the homestead exemption. That's why O.J. Simpson moved to Florida. Florida has an unlimited homestead exemption. California does not. In California, the ordinary homestead exemption is $75,000, meaning you get to keep the first $75,000 in equity in your house. That amount goes up to $100,000 for heads of family and to $175,000 if you are 65 or older, disabled, or 55 or older and make less than $15,000 a year. Other large exemptions that are usually relevant is most type of pension funds or retirement funds are exempt in bankruptcy. They generally, if they're ERISA qualified or they're otherwise legitimate retirement or pension funds, they are exempt. In California, of course, we'd like our cars and other motor vehicles to be exempt in Chapter 7. Not so much. You get an exemption of up to $2,300 exemption of value in your motor vehicle. It's not much of a car, but such it is that's what you get in California. Other exemptions you get are for things like tools of the trade, household furnishings. Basically, small things are usually exempt one way or another. Other large exemptions include any life insurance policies you may have, unemployment benefits, and child support. If you are thinking about filing Chapter 7, this is perhaps the single most important issue for you to look at as what of your property is exempt. You want to look at all of your property and carefully ask, is there an exemption that arguably applies to this property? This is a question that I would strongly urge you to seek counsel on. You can certainly call us about this issue. We deal with it all the time.